Well, go on, traders. Yeah, the traders here again. All right, guys. So, just in case you missed it, yeah, Mullen did it yesterday, guys. Mullen actually did it yesterday. So, what am I talking about? So, let me zoom in to the 5 minutes and I can show you what I'm talking about. So, Mullen actually hit that 10-cent requirement yesterday. Despite only for a brief moment, it did hit that 10-cent requirement. So, as I mentioned before, that 10-cent requirement was for Mullen to stay above the um, the 10 cent. If it stays below the 10 cent for 10 consecutive days, then there's a chance that it could be delisted from the Nasdaq. So, despite everything, it actually hit it yesterday. So, that's not the major news I want to share with you guys. So, as you can see, Mullen, apart from that, Mullen is doing his thing, guys. So, if you take a look at the chart here, we're hovering at pre-market around um, 7 cents and 48, 748. We are on a steady upward climb, guys. So pre-market, we were up to 908, and we are steadily on an upward swing. So there are a lot of news coming out. Well, not a lot of news. Well, one big news that came out yesterday, which I'm going to share with you. But there's also a video that came out that a guy was speaking about Mullen, and I guess he basically sums up everything that we're thinking in terms of, Mullen being high risk, high reward stock. So let me just jump right into it and play it for you guys. So this was on Reddit, and this is on Market Beat. So I'm just going to play it here for you. So I don't know who these guys are, but I'm just saying that they basically sum up everything that we as investors are going through.
In the middle of a turnaround story, I see a multiple expansion coming, but Chris picked Coke. So I'm going to go away from the consumer staple, and I'm going to look at this from the windfall angle. This is a windfall, $5,000 I've got that I'm going to put in the stock market with the hopes of making some windfall money out of it. So I'm going to pick Mullen Automotive. We just spoke about that before in another video. This is a high-risk penny stock. They don't exactly have the money, maybe they do, to follow through on their plans. They've diluted their shares incredibly by increasing the share count. The bears are out in force. There's lots of risks. I could do that $5 grand. But there's also a lot of catalysts coming. They've got 2 facilities that they're outfitting for production. They've got 8 to 10 vehicles that are being developed for production. They've got 2 to 4 that are going to supposed to start production this year, early next year. They've got some deals with Randy Marion Auto Group to sell vans, and they've delivered some prototype vans. They did a test run with Menzies at LAX and proved that using EVs in a commercial sense with fleet management tools works very well and saves them like 60% cost and 60% emissions. They've got a deal with Rapid Response Defense Systems. Rapid Response Defense Systems is a contractor for the government. And right now, Mullen is the only EV manufacturer with Class 1 through 4 vehicles. And that is a huge market for the government and for everybody else. They're working on batteries. They've got some solid state technology in the works. And they just announced a new partnership with an EV technology company and a new energy management module that's supposed to get 65 to 75% increased range on any battery. So if these things play out, if they're not, smoke and mirrors, if they play out, this stock is going to go to the moon. But like I said.
All right, guys. So I think the only thing that he had missed out on was the UNC deliveries, guys. So yeah, it's looking pretty good in terms of where Mullen is at this stage. Despite the stock being under 10 cent, But there was good news that came out yesterday, so let's jump right back into that. So this came out yesterday, guys. So Mullen announces 1,000 vehicle order received from Randy Marion Automotive Group for Class 3 EV cab chassis trucks. So what does that mean? There is a purchase order for 63 million for the procurement of 1,000 Class 3 EV low cab forward trucks, and the Class 3 vehicle deliveries commencing in August 2023. So, guys, this is huge, and this is a picture of the class 3 vehicle. So this is pretty huge, guys. So what happened with the stock yesterday? So let's take a look and see what happened with the stock. So as you can see, Mullen was up around 8.5% yesterday. Pre-market is up another 6%. The market cap still pretty low, but we added some market cap back in there. We're at 300 million. And look at the volume, guys. Look at the volume. 500,000 in terms of volume, guys. Sorry, not 500,000, almost 500 million. 557 million shares traded yesterday, guys, compared to our new averages now ticking up to 283 million. So it's been heavily traded, guys. So how did it compare to the market? The market was basically flat. So TSX dropped 1%, S&P dropped 1%, Dow dropped 1%. And look what Mullen is doing, guys. Compared to the comps, Fisker down almost 6.5%, Lucid basically flat, Neo down almost 5%, Rivian basically flat, GM down 1%. So Mullen is doing pretty awesome, guys. Lots of good things happening for Mullen right now. So let's go back into the chart and take a look to see how the options fared out. So options calls that came in was 38,000. So we're still at a higher than usual call options, which is pretty good. Open interest 23,000 for Friday. Next week 13,000, and for the 19th 28,000. So we're still looking good in terms of call options, guys. So overall, I think we have found the bottom, based on all the news that is coming out, and based on now the Mullen is hitting mainstream media. So overall, guys, I think the bottom was at 6 cents, and we are now looking to push back up and start retesting these levels, guys. So as usual, I've always said, Mullen, high risk stock. Don't sell your house and put everything on it, but because you don't know where the stock will go. But at the end of the day, guys, sometimes you gotta take a risk, and as I say, with high risk there comes, big reward. So not financial advice, guys, but seems like we are ready to make a move upward with Mullen. So this would be a very good price to start. I'm not gonna tell anyone to double down, but at least watch and see what the stock is gonna do, guys. Because I'm already in, I'm comfortable with the number of shares that I have. So it's up to each and every one to decide what their plan is, whether they stay in, they get out, they double down. It's all in your hands, guys. I'm not providing any financial advice, but we're looking like Mullen will make a move anytime soon. Alright, guys, so this is kind of what I have for you for today. So as usual, if you like this type of content, don't forget to hit the like and don't forget to subscribe. Take care, guys.